Well, we are in the kitchen right now, diving into the delicious world of seafood. We've cooked a lot of crab over the years, but we can't recall the last time we cooked soft shell crab. So Bellevue's Water Grill is here to show us what it is all about. Their chef, Kaelon Sparks, joins me now. Welcome back to New Day.
Thanks for having me back again, and I love coming in here to showcase some of the great food that's coming in season.
Well, I'm excited to make soft shell crab, which I didn't realize was such a delicate process, just getting soft shell crab alone. Will you tell us about that?
Yeah, so every year when the water starts to get warm, the crabs will start to molt, and they're going to be moving into a larger shell and growing. And so the watermen, which is what they call the fishermen for the crabs over on the East Coast in Maryland, will check these temperatures, watch them, and then they'll move them to a little pen. And as soon as they molt and they're soft, they pull them and they send them and they package them up for us.
Wow.
If you don't do them quickly, they can get hard shells again within a half an hour or an hour. So these people are like on the money and just busy every day selecting the perfect stuff to send us.
My gosh, incredible evolutionary skills and for food as well. So let's talk about how we approach cooking a soft shell crab.
Yeah, so this is the soft shell as it comes to us, and then we will dispatch them, and we'll avoid doing that on air, obviously. We will dispatch them, and then we have to clean the gills out, and then take off the lower organs here. And then this is what they'll look like before we are ready to fry them.
Okay. Oh,
so
perfect.
We'll have taken their gills out from underneath, because those are just not really palatable. They tend to be tough and rubbery. There's nothing harmful about it, but we just don't like to eat them.
Yes, I hear that.
And then we're gonna tempura fry them today.
Okay.
And it's gonna go on a salad of some endive. Plum season coming right around the corner, so we've got some beautiful plums.
Nice.
We've got some dried plums, prunes, that we've reconstituted in some yuzu juice. And then we've got a little bit of micro cilantro from my friends at Farm Box Greens. And we're going to make a beautiful salad out of that using some XO sauce as our dressing. And that's a sauce made with some oil, dried pork, dried shrimp, some peppers, and a little bit of kecap manis, which is like an Indonesian sweet soy.
Wonderful.
A little bit thicker, a little bit sweeter than soy sauce.
Well, let's get started.
So
what can I do?
Well, the first thing, if you wanted to take our endive and our plums and our prunes, and we're going to go all into the bowl with that. Yep, all of it. And while you're doing that, I'm going to mix up our tempura.
All right.
Little fizzy water with some flour and cornstarch.
What is the difference between tempura and, let's say, using something else? And why do you have to use fizzy water? You want the lift from that. You want the alkaline lift with it. And so that it creates a really light but also really crisp crust on it. Because if you think about something that's like beer battered, it's very thick and can be very heavy at times. Did y'all see how bubbly that is? It's so bubbly. Okay,
and that's what you want, and you want to be working quick with your tempura. You can hold it for a longer time, but obviously the best results come from working quickly with it.
Got ya.
And so once we get it stirred up here, we don't want a whole lot of clump action in there.
Okay. You want it fluffy and frothy.
Yeah, you want it nice and light.
Okay. And by the way, do I put these microgreens in here as well?
Let's put those in at the end.
Okay, gotcha.
And that'll be our garnish.
All right.
Yeah, give yourself a nice heaping spoonful of that.
Okay.
And while you do that, I'm going to dunk these guys.
So you just put the tempura batter right on there.
Yep, right in there.
And it doesn't have to be clumped or anything. It's just lightly
No, you want
covered.
it relatively smooth, but you want that nice aeration that comes from having that fizzy water in there.
Okay.
And then we're just going to go right into our deep fryer, 350 degrees.
Okay.
And be careful with them because they can pop. So if you might want to stand over there, I don't mind getting burned. But I'd rather not burn you.
Well, I appreciate that. Can I ask a question? I had to deep fry something the other day, and I don't have a deep fryer. What is a good way to do that at home?
Well, you can do it on the stovetop, and just being careful. You're going to want to have a thermometer, preferably something that gets to a really high temperature.
Okay.
Something that is going to get up to 350, 375 and hold temp.
Yeah.
And then once you hit that 350, you're really good for frying anything.
Okay.
And that's kind of the standard temperature we use at a restaurant for like your French fries and things like that. We will fry at lower temperatures for certain other things, but 350 tends to be the right choice.
Common. Okay, by the way, do I mix this now?
You're safe to move back. Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay,
I put the lid on it. Yeah, we won't have any pops. Yeah, let's just mix it together and then just give it a little kiss of salt there.
Okay. I'll mix this good. The colors are beautiful, how they're coming together like this.
It's really nice. And the flavors with the sweetness of the plums, the bitterness of the endive, and then a really rich savoriness from that sauce. It's a really nice bite.
Coming together too.
Yeah, there's only one way to find out. I always taste a little bit of my salad before I plate it just to make sure I'm not sending out something that's not going to taste great.
I think that's fair. Okay, I'll try it right now.
Yeah, have a little piece of endive.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, it's a nice one.
Ooh, that flavor is so layered.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
I like
that comes from the XO sauce. The way we make that is we'll start with our shallots, garlic, and peppers, and we'll fry them at low temperature.
Okay.
And then right after that, we're going to fry our dried shrimp in there. We're going to fry our dried pork in there. And then once that oil has taken up all those flavors, that's the oil that we use to kind of build the sauce with
amazing.
afterwards.
I wish you sold that sauce. All right, do I put this on here?
Yeah, let's go ahead and give ourselves a nice pile on the plate there.
Okay.
And while you do that, I'm just going to flip our crabs over just to make sure that they're frying evenly here.
I'm not great at plating, so.
Yeah, that's the thing. Everyone can be great at plating, and plating is a very subjective thing. As long as it looks pretty, I think that the rest of us are going to look at it and go, you know what, that's delicious.
Like, she did so good.
Yeah.
Look how talented she is at plating.
So we've got just a couple minutes left here.
Okay.
Just to make sure that we're nice and fully cooked.
While we have those time, it's a great opportunity to ask you about like some of the other things you have at Water Grill. Like, what is that?
So, and I was saying before we got on is that it's summertime is a really tough time to choose one thing that's like delicious and coming into season. And so just this last week, we got our first batch of bluefin tuna from California, and it's just a really delicious. I don't want to say irony in a bad way, but like a very meaty bite.
Right, I see what you're
and we
saying.
really love seeing this bluefin on there.
Yeah.
It's a little bit more delicate in flavor than just like a Pacific Big Eye.
Right.
And we're very, very happy with it. And all of our fish that we get comes hook and line caught for that. We don't do any kind of net or things like that. We try to keep it all hook and line and individual fishermen.
That's pretty awesome. Let's keep it sustainable. Oh, it's got some spice. Woo!
Yeah.
It's got a kick to it.
Our crabs are about ready here, so I'm going to pull them up. And then we don't want to waste any of this sauce.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to take this, and while it's still nice and hot out of the deep fryer,
we're
going to move these over here, give them a little bit of salt.
I love when chefs say a little bit of salt.
It's always much more than anyone thinks.
Okay.
And then, just the thing is, if you're pulling something out of the deep fryer, the first thing you should do is salt it.
Okay.
Then we'll add a little bit more of our sauce here.
Okay.
And let's just give that a quick toss.
All right. Ooh.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to splash you there.
All right.
So we'll get some of that flavor right in there.
Perfect. And so just put it right up there. And we're about out of time, so I'm just going to try this. Where do I grab?
Get in there.
Just grab something.
Yeah, grab a leg. And then we'll finish that with a little heel of lime and some of our beautiful little micro cilantro
that is
here.
Delicious. Thank you so much for sharing that and sharing
welcome.
all the information behind it. Kaelon, it was great time cooking with you today.
Great.
And it was
Thanks
great.
for having me.
Absolutely. And it was great spending time with you today. You can check our website for all of our content. You can always send us an email to share your thoughts. But most important, don't forget to enjoy your new day. We'll see you next time.
The New Day Northwest Kitchen is brought to you by Safeway.